And the more that we can focus on the frequencies of sound and the frequencies of light, we all know how music affects us. Music is sometimes just the only thing that saves us in our lives. You listen to your favorite song and all of a sudden you're in a good mood again. There's a frequency there that your body needs. There's also a tone. So people can be recording it in the tone of C or the key of C. Some people call it tone, some people call it keys. You hear, A sharp, B flat. You hear these different musical tones. And you could be missing a tone from your body, which could correlate to an emotional or a physical disease. And my mentor in this work is Ani Williams. She learned from Sherry Edwards, so people will know some of these names. And when you're missing the tone of E, you could have lung problems. When you're missing the tone of C, you could have erectile dysfunction or heart problems. So it is also a thing that you're replenishing tones through music that you might have been missing because of a trauma. So sometimes you're born with everything, but as trauma happens and the baggage that we get, we start to deplete ourselves of minerals, but we forget that we deplete ourselves of tones. It's really interesting.
That is fascinating. It's funny too, because I've been taking a deep dive into homeopathy, and there's such an echo in terms of when you talk about tones, because homeopathy I mean, you are ingesting a pillule, but it's a frequency. Like you could look at the molecules under a microscope and it's sugar and water or whatever, but there's no like compound there, but it's so diluted. But it's basically, that's kind of the theory behind it, is that there are frequencies that are missing, and homeopathy, as an example, can help. That's one of the methods that we can use to replace that. And there's a lot of similarity with what you're talking about. I have not really made that connection with tones, but I think it's all saying a very similar thing. It's just this, this holistic picture of how we are these beings, and there are these different ways that frequencies present.